Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery. Thank you for being here today. If you're out there, please say hi so I know you're out there. I see Kimberly is here. I see Susie is here. Hello. Oop, I see my speakers are still on. My volume's still up. How's everyone today? I feel like it's so late today. I think because we did yesterday's at 3 o'clock. Um, I feel like it's like super late today. I don't know why. But I've got my juice water and I'm ready to hang out this evening with you all. And tomorrow, it's Friday already. So tomorrow we are not going to have our live at 7:30. I might do a quick selling live earlier in the day. We'll see how much time I have because I'll also be getting ready for Andrew's art drop. So I'll be taking pictures and doing a lot of things tomorrow. And so we'll see. I don't know. But stay tuned for Andrew's art drop. Don't forget, it's happening at 7 p.m. tomorrow. That's Eastern time. And that's right before 7:30, which is our creative make-along on Zoom. So we hope you'll join us there as well. Lots going on. Lots going on. And yeah, so I did some errands today. I've been up at the cottage most of the day. I started out the day with a pretty bad headache, which seems to be happening lately. I think all these temperature changes and weather changes is really doing me in. I'm having a really hard time with them. Hey, Norma, thanks for joining us. Um, so I think I woke up with a headache today. I laid on the couch for a little while after I got up and took some pills and tried to get a little bit of rest um, on the couch, and I did, thankfully. And I woke up a little bit better than I was before. And then I headed up to the cottage. I took the cats out. The cats got 2 whole times they got to go outside today. Not for very long each time, unfortunately, but they did get to go out twice. We saw the sunset, which was nice. And so yeah, they just came in just a little bit ago, enough time for me to get up here and do some things and get ready for this. So I pulled some things tonight for you. I hope you like them. A number of them are going to be some pretty nice gemstone strands. I've got some check glass buttons. I've got some vintage check glass. So hopefully that sounds good to y'all. I also have my dishes that I'm going to show you. My dishes are going to be available in the online store, and I don't know if I'll get them up there tonight or if it's not going to be until tomorrow. But the dishes are going to go into the online store, I think. Well, I already told people that's where they were going, and a lot of people know to look for them there. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to put them in the online store. But I'm going to show you a preview of them. So those of you who are here tonight get a preview of those. But I just finally took a look at my email today. So if you have been if you've been waiting for an email response, sorry. I finally opened my email just literally before the live today. I thought I checked my email earlier in the day, and I guess I did not. So um, I'll be getting to those emails here in a little bit later tonight. Um, let's see. Kimberly says, I will be there. Good. I hope everyone will be at the Creative Make Along. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think. It's fun every time. I'm planning to make earrings. I pulled these 2 strands for myself from our lives this week, and I'm going to make some earrings with these. And I have some leftover things somewhere. Here they are. I have these goodies left over from the bracelet I made and some of the earrings I made last time. So I think I'm going to make earrings um, for the creative make along. That's what I'm planning to do, spending that. Kimberly says, I hope I get an alert because I want my fave. Yes, I know. I will be sending out an email when I put them out there. It's all going to depend. I'm going to try and load them into the online store tonight if I get a chance to do that. And then and then I know Andrew's doing his art drop tomorrow, but I always feel guilty if I make people like I don't want the focus to be on my things that I'm putting out there because Andrew's doing his art drop tomorrow. He's kind of reserved the Fridays, but I also feel guilty if I make people, you know, do double purchases for like shipping. So I will probably debut these quietly, a little bit more quietly. We'll make a big deal about Andrew's release, but it'll probably be at 7 tomorrow. I'll probably turn these on as well. Um, and I will have that in the email, but it'll be down further in the email. I don't like to take the spotlight from him. He's been working very hard on his things this week, and he's got some really cool stuff coming up for y'all. So I can't wait to get photos of that. Hopefully, you all love them, and you know, you'll buy lots in the online store. It'll help us with bills. It'll help us with repair work and things we have to do at Star Cottage Studio. Um, and so that's what a lot of this is all going to. Andrew says, no need to be quiet about it. I try, I don't know. Hello, Jennifer. Thanks for joining us. Um, okay. Well, if he says that, I just feel I don't like to take the spotlight because Friday's kind of his day. I let it be his day, and we want to kind of build around that being his release. But since I have these, I think I'm going to release them at the same time. That way, people don't have to make two orders in the online store, and I don't have to worry about trying to refund shipping if people combine and all that. Um, so that way you can grab some of his stuff and some of my stuff at the same time. So we'll say I'll release my dishes tomorrow at 7. Same time Andrew's releasing his drop. So those of you, that's Eastern time, those of you who are wondering when it's going to happen, you get the first notice here that we're doing it then. So that's that. Yeah. So I'm really like, I am super, like, I don't normally talk about my stuff too much. Like, I show it, but I'm like, I don't know about this. I don't know about, I am super happy with how these came out. I just have to say, um, this is probably one of my very favorite batches that I've done. And I'm super excited for y'all to see them. I played around with more colors. And mixing and matching of colors and different designs. And I'm really, really happy with how they came out. So hopefully you will like them too. I shared some pictures on Facebook already. So if you didn't get a chance to see those, you can check those out. But I'm going to show you them on video because I think they look so good moving around and on video. You know, pictures only do so much. Kim says maybe it can be done as Allegory Galleries Friday art drop. I don't know that I can. Andrew works so hard at making sure he has stuff ready for Friday. I don't know if I can always be sure that I'm going to have stuff ready for Friday. So we're going to leave it at Andrew's, and when I do have things ready, I will include them as well. But it's mostly Andrew's stuff most of the time. I just noticed this little check glass button sitting here all alone. I don't know where that came from. Fell out of its bag. Susie says, I'm enjoying seeing both of your beautiful pieces. Thank you. Hey, Marianne says, hey, all just got home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Thanks for joining us. If you are out there, please say hi. Let us know where you're tuning in from, what's going on in your life today. I would love to hear about how your day is going instead of you just always hearing about how our day is going. I don't know that it's very interesting every day, knowing how our day is going, but it's been good today. I took all the cats out. They were all outside. Even Gilbert went out for a little bit the first time around. I don't know where Gilbert is now. He didn't get to go out for the sunset. He's my little sunset boy too. He likes to sit at the window and watch the sunset. Um, but he didn't get to go out. I don't know where he's hiding right now. But the girls and Barnaby and I went out for just a little bit, like 5 to 10 minutes, just here before the live. We played with the stick. I have a little stick that I run around, and Gertie, she runs around after that stick. She was running like crazy. And Tallulah, I jump it in the air and she goes jumping and flying in the air. I was going to try and get videos of it, but um, it's hard to get a video while you're actually doing it because, you know, it's not easy. Andrew says, speak for yourself. My days are interesting. Well, tell us about your day, Andrew. I feel like my day is not very interesting. I go on errands. I go up to the cottage. I pack and ship. I did pack some big packages today. And when I say big, there's a lot in them, but our pack, it's jewelry. It's like they're like this big, but they're dense. I packed some dense, let's say that. I packed some dense packages today. So thank you all for your support. Um, I sent out some reminders for invoices. Some people have some invoices that they've had out there for a little while. And so if you have one of those, it would be helpful if you can take care of those. And then I got things packed up. I missed dropping off in the afternoon at the post office. I just stayed and worked through that time. So if your packages were packed later in the day, if you see shipping notices for later in the day, they will be dropped off in the morning before I go up to the store. So they'll be dropped off tomorrow, and they should be on their way to you. Um, some of these packages, because of their weight, I ended up just turning them into priority shipping packages. So you'll probably get them a little faster than normal. And again, thank you all for your support. Not only a lot of these were ones that people have in the online store and also in the during the lives. So I was trying to do a lot of combining and stuff for people. So, but some of them did go pretty heavy. um, so I upgraded the shipping a little bit because it made more sense to do that, and they'll get you a little faster. I think priority mail gets a little bit better taken care of sometimes. Although we knock on wood, knock on real wood, we don't have a lot of problems with that. So I'm hoping all goes well and everybody gets everything just perfectly fine. Um, I've spent a lot of time, for a while, I tried to get out of wrapping everything in tissue paper and just kind of packing in bags. Hey, Susie, thanks for joining us. In plastic bags. And I just kind of hated that look. I did it for a while because it's faster. It's so much faster. But I just really, really hate that look. So I'm back to wrapping things up in paper, as many of you may have seen if you've gotten packages recently. Um, so cats have fun with it. Everybody have fun unwrapping. I tried so hard to do it the faster way, but I feel like the look just wasn't there. I feel like the safety um, wasn't there. I feel like when things are packed up in the paper, there is a little bit more cushion for everything, and things are packed a little tighter, which helps things not move around and potentially break. So back to doing that. It takes me a little bit longer, but I think it is better overall. Andrew says, I finished 2 audiobooks. I can't Nuvo. Worked on polymer, did painting, laser etched enamel, looked at new house sparrow nests. Looked at the new house sparrow nest. That's cute. I don't know where's the house sparrow nest. See, Andrew does. He's got it going on. Me, I mean, packing orders is exciting because that means people are getting orders, and it also means we're staying in business. So I guess that's exciting. But me just talking about it, like I can't tell you, like I can't tell you what people got. Like I packed this up today. I packed this up today. So I mean, I guess I could do it generically, but some of y'all got some nice stuff coming your way, and a lot of things that like from Andrew's drop, and some of those I started getting those out the door and combining. You may have gotten yours already if that's all you've ordered from us or those, but if we're combining things, then they are going to be on their way soon if they're not already on their way. Jennifer says, you do pack well, even using the little boxes. Try to. I try to pack things really well. Um, Try to make sure everybody gets things safely. You know, we pack a lot of fragile things and we want you to get them. Especially some people have some things coming from Italy and our Italian beads. Those are not replaceable. So those that you find in our online store right now, uh, I try and make sure everything's packed really well so that when you do get those, they're in good condition. We're not getting more of those, right? Maybe. I mean, we're hoping to go back, but we pretty much bought up a lot of what um we already bought up a lot of what they had. So we'll have to look for different things when we go next time. Um but yeah. So what's everybody doing? What'd you have for dinner? Um Last night I came home and Andrew was sleeping, which is rare. Super rare. Because he doesn't normally sleep at night. Uh, but I came home from pottery and he was sleeping, and I think he actually slept partway through the night. I fell asleep. I was trying to not go into the bedroom because if I go into the bedroom, sometimes that wakes him up. So I was trying to stay downstairs and I watched some TV. I kind of just chilled out. Hey, Anne, thanks for joining us. Since I'd already done the live, I chilled out with the cats for a little bit. Um, and I watched some TV. And I've been watching this show, the DMV, Department of Motor Vehicles, DMV. And it's kind of one of those nonsense shows, like it's just an easy watch. It's a good wind down kind of show. And sometimes I watch it while I'm packing and shipping too. So I watched some of that, and I watched like one episode. Heated up some leftovers. Andrew made pasta the one night, so I heated up some leftover pasta and um, ate that. And before I knew it, I was sleeping. Like, and apparently, I slept through about 5 episodes because it just kept playing. And I checked, I was like, I woke up, I felt like I had slept for like maybe a half hour. And I woke up and I had been on like episode 4 or something, and it was on like episode 10. And I was like, what in the world? How much time? And it really was, because the last time I looked at the clock, it was around 11 or so, and it was like 1:30 in the morning whenever I finally woke up. So at that point, um, I had snuck into the bedroom to go to bed, and thankfully it didn't wake him up, I don't think. And then he slept for a little bit longer. So that was good to see him getting some rest, because it's rare for me to feel like he's getting rest. Um, and then I slept pretty well, but then woke up. I must have fell asleep hard or something. I woke up with a headache. Um, I didn't sleep with any cats. Barnaby was down in the basement, and I kind of said goodnight to him and let him sleep down there because he was passed out um, in his man cave. So I just left him down there, and everyone else was out doing their own thing. And so um, I just went up to bed and got some pretty good, probably too hard of sleep because I didn't have cats to maneuver around in the bedroom last night. So, be careful what you wish for, because I did, I needed a night, I think, without cats in the bed, but also I think I slept so hard I woke up with a headache. Um, Hey, Leslie, thanks for joining us. Anne said, I fall asleep on TV all the time. I hate trying to find where I left off. Me too. Because, like, when I fall asleep watching the TV, I I like doze for a while and I'm like, "Oh yeah." Like, and I'll be listening to it as I'm falling asleep, and it's like, "Did I watch that? Did I not watch that?" But like 5 or 6 episodes went by. I was like, "What in the world?" I felt like it was like a half hour. I felt like I went through one episode. I woke up and I looked back at the watch history. I was like, it's 5 episodes in. I was like, "This is insane." Um Jennifer says, glad you two got some rest. Yeah, me too. Me too. I needed it. And I think he needed it. But he's been on a roll making stuff. He's got some different stuff. He's already made new things since I left today and came back. So there's a lot of stuff I think going to drop tomorrow. He has ready for me to take and get some pictures of tomorrow and get into the online store. So hopefully, I mean, I always hate to say hopefully we're not busy in the store tomorrow, but that's the time that I have to to do that. So we'll see how it goes. But that's usually how I start my morning real quick, start taking pictures of things and getting them loaded up into the online store so that I can definitely get them in there um, for the drop at 7. Um, so yeah, how's everybody doing? What's everybody else doing today? Life is good. I think we have pizzas in the freezer. So that might be dinner unless Andrew has other plans. I know we still have some leftover of the lunch that we had yesterday. And says, "Oh, I want a heart." Oh, did he show the hearts? I don't know what he's shown and what he's not shown. Um, I I um I try to keep up. I don't always keep up. I have not been great at social media this week and last week. I've not been great. I've been very busy. Andrew says, "Do you remember the millimeter on the acrylic circles?" Um, the ones for the bezel. Um, I want to say 25.8. There was a slip of paper over there. I want to say they were 25.8. If you didn't change them, they should come up the same if you pull them up from the menu on the laser. But I feel like it was 25.8, but I could be wrong. It was something 0.8, whatever that number was. Because 0.7 was a little bit small and we moved it up to 0.8. Let's see here. Kimberly says, Matthew went out of town, so Henry and I are having Culver's tonight. What is Culver's exactly? I've heard of it, but I don't think I've ever been there. Is it like a burger place? I don't think I've ever had it. I know it's a big thing somewhere because I've heard of the name, but we don't have them around here, I don't think. Yeah. So what everybody have for dinner? You've been. Andrew just he said you've been sent that too early. Oh, Andrew says you've been there. I have? They have burgers and frozen custard. It's like a burger place and they have ice cream. I don't remember being to a Culver's. Huh. Well, there you go. Oh, maybe when we were at a show or something once, huh? That might be. Yes. Is that where we was it you dipped your fries in the custard? I think we did that. I think I remember that. Ann says we have Culver's in Wisconsin. Great melts and fries. I haven't had dinner yet. Leslie hasn't had dinner yet. Really good daily flavors of frozen custard. Maybe when you were at Bead and Button. That makes sense. That would make sense. Yeah. I do kind of remember that now. I do. Because everybody was talking about how good it is, and it was good, actually. It was good. And I think we dipped the fries in the frozen custard. Maybe. Maybe I'm just imagining that, or somebody mentioned that at some point. I could be making that up too. Yeah, so that's good. I think we have pizzas. We also have leftovers, I think from lunch the other day. So that's good. There's a little bit of pasta left. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna have something of that. And um, but yeah, that's all I've got for you today, y'all. What are y'all up to? Um, I did get, I haven't started listening to it yet, but I did reserve um The Glassmaker. I got it from the library. Andrew looked it up yesterday and told me it was available. He's like, you better grab it. So I grabbed it. So I've got that on Libby for audiobook. So I think at the store tomorrow while I'm working through things, I'll have that playing. So I'm gonna get a start on The Glassmaker. How's everybody else doing with it? Have you read it? How are you doing? I know some of you were partway through it here earlier in the week. How's everybody doing? Norma had waffles and bacon for dinner. Oh, that sounds delicious. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I miss bacon. Sometimes. Norma says, "Oh, I love score bars." Who was talking about score? Oh, Marianne had chicken and score bars for dessert. Nice. Norma says, "I love score bars. I haven't seen them around here lately. I've never had one of those. I've seen the name, but I don't even know what they're made out of. I've never had one. What are they? What do they have in them?" Um, yeah, so I downloaded the book, the audiobook. So I need to listen to it. Kimberly says our library doesn't have it. That sucks. Ours had the audiobook, and I think it had a digital version of the book too. Um, but yeah. Um, Anne says, I don't think I'm going to be able to finish it. It's not moving for me, but I have an idea to make something from what I've read so far. That's good. Kimberly says, I need to order the audiobook. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I've been hearing different things. Andrew liked it. I've heard some people say they really enjoyed it, and some people are having a really hard time getting through it. So I don't know. Anne, are you listening or were you reading? You mostly read, right? Um, I'm just wondering if that's also a difference. If it's more of if it's kind of better in an audio form. Um, sometimes I feel like sometimes it's easier to listen to things than read them. I don't know. Andrew says, use our link if you get it on Audible. Yes, please. I don't think we actually get credit for Audible. I don't think they give us commissions on that, but just in case, grab it through our link. Um, and anything you get on Amazon, throw in a refrigerator with it too, and we'll get a little kickback from that. Um, let's see here. Marianne says it's chocolate coated butter toffee. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds good. Score or Heath like Brickle if they are the ones I know. Yeah, Heath I've had. That makes sense. Norma says I haven't started reading yet, but it's on my Kindle app. Oh, good. Marianne says yes, like a Heath bar. And is reading it. Says I can't listen. My mind wanders 100%. That's my problem. I got it on audiobook because I know I'm never going to be able to read it fast enough. Um, I'm never going to read it fast enough to be able to actually read it. So I'm getting it on the audiobook, and I'm going to hope that my mind doesn't wander too much all the time because I do have a hard time with that. Andrew says I've had score bars too. I don't remember having score. I remember having Heath. I don't remember having score. And says score stick to your teeth though. That's no good. That's no good. Sometimes it's good. Um, I used to, I haven't had this in such a long time. I used to love Bit of Honey, the little Bit of Honey bars, um, and talk about sticking to your teeth. Anytime somebody mentions something sticking to your teeth, I flash back to Bit of Honey. And I have not had those in a long time. I don't know if they still make them. I think the last time I was looking at the candy aisle, I saw they had some, but maybe not. It's been a long time since I've had one of those. I don't know if I would still like them or not, but That used to be one of my favorites as a kid. I would get Bit of Honey all the time. Um, Marianne says, not like inherent coffees. LOL, Ann. Kim is here. Says, hi all from hot SoCal. I read The Glassmaker in 2024, so I'll need a refresher, but I've got some Venetian beads gifted by world traveling friends. Nice. Nice. Anne says, I love Bit of Honey. So good. They do make them. Um, I had them recently, but my teeth are too old. Yeah, I know the feeling. Um, yeah, I'm afraid to Bit of Honey too much. But yeah, trying to bite into them and then they're gooey. Yeah. Um, Andrew says, I'm in the mood for dried fruit. Oh, that'd be good too. Dried fruit with I love the trail mixes with dried fruit, with nuts, and with chocolates. I prefer the ones with chocolates because I want a little bit in there. Um, let's see here. Oh, let me expand this comment here. Can't see it all. Jennifer says, when you were talking about sleeping, I remembered a dream I had right when I woke up today. My dad was in it. He sold some property for $1 million, and I was saying, good job, Dad. It must have been because I had been thinking about how his nth wife got everything. Oh boy. Yeah. No. Oh boy. The funny thing about that is I was just watching a dream specialist. He's a scientist who also is a cancer scientist, but he also studies dreaming. And I was watching an interview with him here toward the end of my day, and as I was driving home, and he was talking about what dreams mean and how we use them and how our brain uses them, and it's been interesting so far, but I'm only like 20 minutes or maybe or so into like an hour and a half episode. So I'm interested to see how it goes past that. Anne says, I always like Chick Stick, the peanut butter and coconut. I've never heard of Chick Stick. I don't think I've ever had that. And says, I recently had dried nectarines, really good. Ooh, it sounds good. That sounds good. Andrew's probably going to tell me I had Chick Stick too before. I don't think I've had Chick Stick. I've never heard of that, actually, I don't think. Um, yeah, I haven't had, I do like toffee. Um, my boss, while he was still alive at the British Car Parts place, used to order special toffees in from the UK. And I wish I remembered the name because the toffee was so good, and I've never had another toffee like it. Like it was different um than most toffees that it was different than every toffee I've ever had. I have to see if my aunt remembers, because she probably helped order it, my mom or my aunt. But he got this, I don't know what brand it was, and now I want to look for it now that we're all talking about toffee. Um, yeah. Andrew said, I've had it. Um, yeah. Rose is here. Hello, Rose. Says everyone had Chick Stick. Not me. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Um, yeah. Chick Stick, peanut butter and coconut. Sounds good. I like peanut butter and coconut. Andrew's been doing a lot of stuff with coconut. He made a really good cake. Was it last night? I think it was last night. Um, I think there's still a piece left down there for me. If it's still there, I don't know. I did leave it longer than I probably should have, so I don't know if it's still available to me or not. But he made a really good. He used the ube again, and this time the cake. The first time he did it, it came out looking like a chocolate cake. This time it had like a brown exterior, but when you cut into it, it had a beautiful purple center, and and it was moist and good, um and I'm hoping there's still a piece down there for me, but we'll see. Vicky says, I still love Chick a Stick. Okay, I don't know. Rose says everyone's had it, you just don't remember. I don't think I've ever had it. Let me look up, because I'm a visual person. Let me look up Chick a Stick, and see if I can see the packaging, because that will tell me. Okay, I have seen that. I have never had it. I remember, I feel like I have seen it. I have never had that candy. Nope. I'm missing out apparently, because I've never had that one. Never had that one. Marion says, I've not had it and don't want to try it. Why not, Marion? What part of that don't you like? The peanut butter or the coconut? Susie says, I've never had that. Yeah, I just had to look up. Jennifer says it's old fashioned. Yeah, I've seen it. I remember seeing like the wrapper, but I've never actually tried the candy. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to try it. I'm gonna have to find it somewhere and try it. Hello, everybody. I see more people coming in. Thank you all for joining us today. It's nice to have you all here. We're talking about candy and food. Imagine that, food on an Allegory Gallery broadcast. Uh, it's like, it happens. Norma says, I never had Chick a Stick. Looked it up, and I've never seen it. Oh, Marianne doesn't like the coconut. Andrew says, probably in Donegal. I was thinking that, and go back to that place and get it there probably. They have some of those kind of more old-fashioned kind of candies over there. Gonna have to try it. Because I do like peanut butter and I do like coconut. Sounds delicious. Sounds delicious to me. Yeah. What's your favorite candy? Growing up, I had particular favorites. I used to love caramels so much. You know, like is it the Brock's brand? You get them in the things you shovel out in the grocery store. I used to love the caramels. Now I think they'd be too strong for me. I don't think I could eat that. Like they'd be too sweet for me. Norma says I like peanuts. I like coconut. Not sure about the two together. I think it'd be good. I think it'd be good. We should both try it. But the one thing I really liked, and I believe they were also Brock's, my grandmother used to get, and they get them they were in the clear bags and they were twist tied together. She got the anise bears, which I love, the black anise bears, which have a sugar coating on them. And I grew up with those because she always had them and I love them. But in that same kind of packaging, she would also get, they were these little, almost very transparent, translucent, multicolored little disc candies. So they look like kind of like a Werther's original, but in a round shape. They had a button in the middle, kind of like an indent in the middle. And they were very, like, you could almost see through them. Like they were very clear, but they were brightly colored. And I have totally forgot about those until like just now. And I don't know if they still sell those. I don't remember I have not remembered seeing them in a long time. But they were all different flavors. And I think I like the grape the best. Um, but now I'm wondering if it's a thing they still make or not. Let's see here. Um, Leslie said I was the weird kid that liked dark chocolate. I also like dark chocolate as a kid too. Kimberly says Brock's brand is the best caramel. It's good stuff, right? I also like the Brock's, the nougaty ones. Like they're like a white nougat, but with like jelly, fruity colors in them. I like those too a lot. Marion says licorice, all sorts, and Mars bar. Mars is one of my favorites. You cannot find it here much anymore. I don't know. I haven't seen a Mars bar. I used to love Mars bars, but they're harder to find here. I don't know if they've come back. They went away for a while, um, and I don't know if they're back or not. I used to love Mars bars. Um, Leslie says, but I was also an equal opportunity candy eater, except for licorice. I love licorice, but I like real licorice. I don't like the strawberry or the cherry. The red licorice, my grandmother always got the black licorice sticks and the black anise bears, and I grew up with that. And we'd eat them together. And so it's kind of like it's a memory that way too. But yeah, I like the black licorice. The strawberry or cherry or whatever the red ones are, never really cared for that. But she also would get that too once in a while because other people like that too. Um, Norma says my favorite are dark chocolate M&Ms or Hershey's Kisses and Reese's peanut butter cups. That sounds good. I don't know if I've had the dark chocolate M&Ms. Definitely had the Hershey's Kisses, like the special dark Hershey's Kisses. I like those. Vicky says Chico sticks were only a nickel when I was a kid. I lost a tooth in a caramel. I'm still traumatized. I bet. I bet. Um, Leslie says original saltwater taffy. Oh, that's some good stuff too. I didn't have that for a long time growing up. Um, my grandparents went to, I think, Ocean City, Maryland at one point, and they brought some back, and that was the first time I'd ever had it. It was good. Um, Mars has a factory by me, says Kimberly. Um, I am so weird. I like black licorice. Oh, me too. But I like the strawberry too. I do not. Don't like the strawberry. Um, Jennifer says, as a child, I loved sugar babies. Oh, that's a memory. I used to love sugar babies too. I get them when we go to the movies. You get that Rose said junior mints. I used to get the sugar babies and the junior mints when I'd go to the movies with friends, which was not very often. I didn't go to the movies much, but those were kind of my movie snacks and Sour Patch Kids too. I was never big on the popcorn at the movies. I got the candy and the soda. Um, Anne says licorice all sorts are wonderful. I don't know what all sorts are. My number one favorite candy is from Scandinavian countries. Soft, salty black licorice covered in dark chocolate. It sounds delicious. I've had some salty black licorice. It was okay. Covered in dark chocolate, probably be better. I don't know. I think it was just because it was so different. Um, I did enjoy it, but it was hard. It was like I couldn't eat much of it. I wanted to like it more than I probably actually did. But regular black licorice, good. Dark chocolate probably would offset the salty a little bit. Norma says, I got this little fly flying around me, a little moth. Norma says M&Ms have always been my favorite. At parties, when I was college age, my friends put out one bowl of M&Ms for the party and one bowl for me. Nice. That's nice. That's good. Jennifer says, I got Milk Duds at the movies. Oh, yes. I didn't get Milk Duds at the movies, but Milk Duds used to come, I don't know if they still do. They used to come in the milk container. And my grandfather on my dad's side almost always had Milk Duds around. Um, and inevitably, there was always like one or two, you'd be eating them, and there's that one or two bad one. I never understood what it was, but they were like burnt or like, it was so weird. But I haven't had Milk Duds in forever. Do they still come in the milk like container? You open it up like a milk container and shake them out. Um, Andrew says I love all kinds, just depends on my mood. Andrew says I put out moth traps, but they're no good. Yeah, there's one in here, it's sitting right up there. They don't go to the moth trap. They're just flying around. Oh, I'm thinking of Whoppers. I am thinking of Whoppers. What are Milk Duds? I'm trying to think now. I am thinking of Whoppers. Milk Duds. I think Maybe I'm getting sugar babies and milk duds. It's been a while. I've had them all though. I used to like them all. I think it was milk duds and junior mints I would get. Sugar babies. Now I've got to look it all up again visually. Sugar babies. Okay, they look like that. And milk duds. They look like that. I used to get all of those at the movies. um, yeah, yeah. Rose says, I think chewy caramel. I think, like, what is milk duds versus sugar babies? I don't know. I know there's a difference. They look sort of similar, but oh, let's see. And Kimberly, your comment is hidden. Let's show your comment. It says milk duds are like sugar babies, only covered in chocolate. Okay, so one is covered in chocolate, one is not. I've had them all. I think it was the milk duds. Milk duds and the junior mints I would often get at the movies. And then Whoppers, that's another one. I loved Whoppers. I haven't had those in a long time. Those are the ones that come in the milk-like container. Um, junior mints for movies, says Leslie. Let's see. Are sugar babies and milk duds kind of the same, says Anne. See, that's what, yeah, see, that's what I was confused. Leslie says, I'm old enough when penny candy was actually a penny. If you had a quarter, you were rich. Yeah, we had places in our town, well, outside of our town, but we had a little convenience store and they had real penny candy. And you could go in and you could get gummies like Sugar Patch. You get like one Sugar Patch Kid for a penny, or you get a gummy worm for a penny. They had real penny candy. Um, let's see here. Marianne says, look it up. It would take too much effort to describe. um, let's see. I like most all sweet, says Kimberly. The only place I've had junior mints was at the movies, says Marianne. And that's a movie thing, I think. Um, sugar babies are just caramel with a sugary coating, says Jennifer, and Rose says sugar babies are tiny and gritty. Yeah, I've had both of those. I think I liked the milk duds more. I had those more often because they had the chocolate on them. Norma said there's a store called Baldinger's north of Pittsburgh, almost to Zelienople. It was the ultimate penny candy store and still exists selling the old candies. That's nice. That's awesome. Kimberly says, if it is caramel, I like it. Says, love Whoppers. And right now, there are rub and egg Whoppers, absolute favorite. Ah, I haven't had those. I'm gonna have to look for those now. Now that you've got me nostalgic for candy. Jennifer says it was a major decision-making endeavor picking out candy, right? When the penny candy, you go in there with you had 50 cents and you had to pick out what you wanted. That was not I said, I'm like, bless the people behind the counter who had to wait on all the kids getting penny candy because I know what it was like for me making that decision, let alone them having to stand there all day long while kids made the decision what they were going to spend their nickel on or their dimes on. Yeah, that's funny. Marion says, we don't have junior mints here, but we often cross the border to watch movies. Oh, that's cool. And getting out there, that's fun. Um, can't say I've ever crossed the border to watch movies. It's pretty cool. Robin eggs are candy covered Whoppers. Sounds delicious. Jennifer says, I only got penny candy when visiting our relatives in Brooklyn. Yeah, we had a store that used to sell. We had a few stores that used to sell penny candy. There was one store that was there, and then they kind of went out of business. Another store kind of took over and came in, and they were selling penny candy for a while. But yeah, Marion says, no, William, we had a quarter. Ooh, a whole quarter. You had a whole quarter for your penny candy? Um, those poor white people were convenience store workers. Back in the day, right? Yeah, I don't know. My favorite candies, I have a lot of them. But I don't eat as many candies anymore. Right now, my favorite that I pick up the most often is probably an almond Snickers. I do like an almond Snickers once in a while. And we're back. Maybe. Are we? I think we're back. That was a quick one. Yeah, I think we're back. That was a quick reconnect. Who knows? But yeah, anyway, candy, right? Good stuff. Let me flip the camera around and we're going to take a look at my dishes, which are not for sale yet. They're going to go in the online store, and you can grab them there during our drop tomorrow if you would like to. And then we're going to show you some lots of stuff. Let's see. Rose says, when I was a teenager, I worked at the theater selling the candy. I never worked at a theater. Never. I know a lot of people did growing up, but I never worked at a theater. I have been a server. I've been a dishwasher. Been in retail most of my life, but never did the theater stuff. I always thought that'd be probably a fun job, but maybe not. I don't know. Jennifer's candy necklaces, dots on paper. We were just talking about dots on paper the other night. Somebody else brought that up. I can't remember if it was here or during the D stash. Marion says the 48-minute disconnect. Yeah, this time it was at 56. 56 minutes. I don't know why. But the paper dots, I used to love the paper dots. And I don't know how much paper I ate with those paper dots, but I bet it was a good bit of paper. But for some reason, we did it, right? All right, let me flip this around. Quarter bought a chocolate bar, a soda, and some penny candy. Oh, that's a lot. I didn't get all that for a quarter. That's for sure. Let me see. Where's my settings? Settings. Video. Flip the camera. There we go. There we are. Let's move this out of the way. I have this so we can see the email. And if I needed it for comments. All right. Rose says, I learned to count up totals in my head. I bet. I bet. All right. Kim says, we were talking about the dots after you showed the neon. Oh, S cabs. Yeah. That made me laugh. Yes, that's right. That's right. When we had the S word crystal cabochons the other night, we're talking about the dots, the paper dots, candy dots. All right. Here are, this is one of my bowls, dishes. And this one I have glazed in multicolors. There's a little bit of purple in there, a little bit of blue, a little bit of pinks. And I carried the dots along the outside. This is one of the tiny ones, one of my little ones. So there's one. And then this one I'm super excited about. I love, love, love this one. the orange and yellow and black and how it came out. I love this one. Very happy with that. Jennifer says that one looks like a sea creature, right? I could see that. So there's this one. Dropping papers here. And then, let's see here. Then I have this one. Anne says the flower dish is great. Thank you. Rose says cute. Thanks. And there's this one. Did a little bit of the decoration on one side here like that. The rest doesn't have it. And then on the insides. So there's that one. And then there's this one. Jennifer says, I like the flower power dish. Me too. Thank you. And then this one I did with these kind of, I like this kind of design I've been doing. I did this on the other vessel that I just released last week in the online store, that kind of wispy design. And so I did it on this one, and I like that one a lot. And then this one here. And then this one, it was going to be this kind of light blue and light kind of orchid one. And it came out so soft. Like you can see some of the light purplish color on the inside, pinky purple. And I'm really happy with how this came out. So I was telling this one, like, so some of these I pinch outwards like this. Some of these I pinch inward like this. This is a combination. I started playing around with going out and then in and then out and then in. And this is what ended up happening. Which I really love this one. Anne says, I love that color of green. This one, I love it too. I love how this came out. Very happy with this one. And then, let's see, the next one is this one. And this one has so many beautiful colors in there. And I kind of swirled the colors around on the outside and the inside. And there's purples and blues and peaches, and some of them blend into one another, so they create different colors as they blend. Like the purples were done on top of the other colors, so they kind of mesh with the ones below. I really like the multicolor that came into this one. Marianne says the soft one is gorgeous. Thank you. I really enjoyed making that one. And then I have this one. This one I wanted to kind of the what do you call them? Not opposing colors, but now I can't think of it. But anyway, like opposite on the chart, right? Anyway, I don't know. I don't know if it's completely opposite on the color wheel, but I loved this kind of look. I wanted this bright color on the outside and then this warmish, I don't know. I guess it's not really warm. It's more of a cold color, right? I don't know. It just feels good, I think. And a lot of people seem to like when I do these little squiggly designs like this. So I did more of them, but I added the dots this time. Normally I do like this design all through the bottom, but I did them in little sections and then did dots this time. And then the last one is this one. And I really like how this one came out too. This one was meant, kind of, this piece already has sold, but I liked the idea. This is actually using the same glaze, but on a different color, on a different clay. So this is a speckled clay. This is a white clay. And it's the same glaze, and the idea was that same kind of design, but in a smaller version. So there's that. Kimberly said, these are so fabulous. Thank you. I've had a lot of fun with these, and I'm so happy with how they all turned out. Like, I thought there were going to be a few that was like, I don't know if I'm going to like these. Like, I am ecstatic with all of them. So that is that. That's that, y'all. I'm happy with how they came out. And I worked on some more pendants. Let me see if I can show you. See if they'll come up here. Here. So you get a quick sneak peek. I haven't shared these yet. But these are some new pendants that I worked on too. I did some pendants, and then there are 2 or 3 of them here that are pairs that could be made into earrings. So I don't know how I'm going to sell them, whether I'll sell them individually or if I'll sell them as pairs. But I mean, that all depends how they come out. So these are going into their first firing, and then I'll do a clear coat on them and they'll be fired again. So these will not be ready for next week, but maybe the week after. So that's those. Rose says they're great. I collect small dishes. Yeah, I love small dishes. Andrew and I both love small dishes. So we have a lot of them too. And I think that's why I like making these so much. Plus they don't take, I mean, they take a lot of time. They do take a lot of time. Like each one of the, like this took probably at least 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks worth of time in class to get them to this point. But hopefully I'll be able to start decorating more at home. And some of y'all helped me get some glazes and things for my birthday, and I appreciate that. So I need to get some under glazes though, because I didn't get any of those yet. So once I get some of those, I can start working on doing some of this kind of stuff with those. Or these are actually also an overglaze of a certain kind that I need to look into too. Jennifer says, I like seeing you learn and experiment. Thank you. Anna says, the drop happen at 7 Eastern time, like shop the drop, then be ready for the make along. Yep. It's all gonna happen at 7 as long as I have time at the store tomorrow to get everything ready. But yes, that is the idea. Planning for a 7 o'clock drop Eastern time tomorrow, and then at 7:30 is the make along. So grab things in the online store at 7 and then hang out with us for the make along. Depending on how the day goes tomorrow, I may do a live in the afternoon, but we'll see how everything goes. Kimberly says, I have little dishes everywhere. They are my fave. Me too. Me too. And some of these I know are very tiny, like this one and this one. I know they're super tiny, but I think they're super cute. And while they don't hold much, they are, I think, pretty nice decoratively just to have. And I think they accent, sometimes you want a little tiny accent. If you have other ones that are larger or you want different sizes. So I try to make some really small ones because I like them for one. And even though they're not super useful necessarily, maybe, I think decoratively and just for fun, they're nice. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. And Kimberly got her message held again. It says they're good to hold a ring or two. Yeah, for sure. It'd still work for a ring or two, right? Taking off your ring to take a shower or whatever. Have a little dish there for it. Absolutely. So those will be in the online store tomorrow. We'll do the drop, Andrew's drop tomorrow. I'll add these to the online store for tomorrow as well. I've already got pictures of them. I just need to take measurements and get them uploaded and make all the descriptions and stuff for them. But yeah. Okay, so that is that. And now let me move these. Somebody request a few things that I haven't gotten to yet. So I don't want to necessarily hide these from myself. So move these down. Okay. Alrighty. Get myself situated. Kimberly says, darn it, holding my comments again. Yeah, that's about the third one tonight. It's done that too, unfortunately. So I don't know what, well, we have an idea what's going on. Okay, let's get started tonight with the lots. We are going to do GHJ lots. Is there anybody new out there that doesn't know how to do this? I don't think I have to go over it, right? Take down the lot number, put it in an email, send that email to info@allegorygallery.com. That's all you got to do. I just realized I got rid of my overlay too. There it is. Let me put that back up there. All right. I pulled some fun stuff, I think, I hope. Pulled some nice stuff, I think, I hope. Let's see. These are $6 each. I've got 6 of them available. And these are these awesome mushroom buttons, vintage check glass mushroom buttons, glass shank, hand painted, red and gold, and with a black walking stick. These are approximately 23, 24 millimeters, GHJ1. Oops, don't close that yet. All right. Next up, we have GHJ2. Let's do these normally 24. Let's do them at 20. Take a little bit off. These are really nice. These are Korean lamp work. Korean lamp work. They're a little bit dusty. Sorry, they are vintage, but they're these beautiful flowers with a colored stripy core coated in clear glass. Like I said, they are a little dusty because they're vintage, hanging in our cottage, but all different colors and $20 a strand. I've got 2 strands here available. And there's all different colors in there. Look at how cool those are. Something you're not going to see every day for sure, right? And these are 12, about 15 millimeters, or 15-inch strands. And they are, well, 15 millimeters by about 8 millimeter beads. So about 15-inch strands, 15 millimeter by 8 millimeter beads, GHJ2. I think these are freaking awesome. And I just love how they're done. Like, they're so much fun. So much fun. And I didn't know we had these. I might incorporate them into some of my citrus stuff that I've been doing. Some of these oranges and the greens. I might grab a strand for myself. So we'll see. We'll see. But I think they're really pretty. All right. GHJ3. Jennifer says, from a distance, the stripes make the strand look festive. They're very festive. They're stripes and flowers. Like, it's super cool. Like, the amount of work to make those stripes and those flowers and then cover them in a clear glass. Like I said, they're a little dusty. You can clean them up though. Norma says, tonight is starting off very whimsically. Yes, it is, right? And then we have one strand of these left. GHJ3, $6. Vintage check glass. We had these in black and we had these in green. I think it was black and silver and green and gold. One strand of those available, GHJ3. All righty, let's see here. And these at 45. I will bring them down to maybe 38. 38. Sound good? Jennifer says perfect with the mushroom button, right? Yeah, look at that. You're right. I didn't even plan that. Look at that. And this is a Wahi blue opal. Oh no. Something just fell. Okay. Awahi blue opal. And these are striped, hand carved, kind of leafy ones. And I love the look on these. And these are about a 7-inch strand. And each one of these is about 20 by 12 millimeters. GHJ4, $38 for the strand. 10. Let's see, we had these at 15, and I'm at 12. We normally drop these to 12. And let's have, how many of these do I have? Let go. I have 6 of these. These are a microfaceted smoky quartz. Microfaceted smoky quartz. And these are a faceted rondelle. Jennifer says, stunning carved and striped. I know, right? Aren't they fun? Super, super cool on those. And these are slightly graduated, I guess, which I didn't realize. So this one is the biggest one. But yeah, super cool, stripey, really cool look. And then you have these smoky quartz, really nice quality smoky quartz in those microfaceted rondelles. They are about, if I can measure here, about 3 millimeters. About 3 millimeters. GHJ 5. And let's see here. These are normally 30. I'll bring them down to, let's do 24. These are really nice. I've got 3 of these available. GHJ6. And these are tourmaline, multi-color, multi-tourmaline beads, microfaceted, high-end quality, very nice color, very nice quality in these. In the tourmaline. And these ones are about 2 to 2.5 millimeter. Beautiful tourmaline beads. We've got the yellow. Look at that yellow tourmaline in there. Leslie says, I love tourmaline. Me too. We've got the yellow tourmaline. You've got like a petro. There's some petro tourmaline in there. You've, of course, got the black tourmaline. You've got the indicolite. Got the watermelon tourmaline. You've got it all in that strand. Look at those. Beautiful, high quality tourmaline beads. Beautiful color, natural stones. I love that yellow. And $24 a strand, 3 strands available. Andrew says, oh, let me see. It's not refreshing for some reason. Andrew says, I hope people like the beads. I only have a small ball of polymer clay left, and I'm starting to feel itchy. Yeah, we got to be able to afford some more polymer clay for Andrew. So buy it if you like it, y'all. Camera is showing your beads really well, said Jennifer. It's this new streaming platform. Everyone likes the quality of this one better, even though it's actually technically a lower quality stream than the other one used to be. Everyone loves, and even before when we did this, people like this one better. Okay, I'm going to start putting some of these away to make some room. GHJ1, mushroom buttons, $6 each, 6 of them available. These beautiful Korean lampwork glass beads. $20 for the strand, down from 24. Those are vintage, y'all. Vintage, vintage. By the way, I don't know if I said. These are also vintage. Andrew said there is a box of dried out clay at the cottage, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to get that going or not. We've sold one of the buttons. Thank you so much. Move these down. Oh, we've sold one of the Korean lampwork. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Help Andrew get some polymer clay. Keep making stuff. All right. Ooh, this is nice. I've got to do a. Oh, and we've sold the green vintage check as well. Thank you. Where is my? I got to do a. I got to get out the calculator. See what I can do on this one. All right, let's see here. This is normally 105. Let's drop it to 85. $85. That's as low as she can go. Marianne's going into lurking mode, says I may fall asleep though. Oh no. Had a long day. Enjoy, Marianne. Enjoy your sleep. If you start falling asleep, it's okay. This is a beautiful carnelian strand. This is done on a sterling silver lobster claw and extender chain. Gorgeous natural carnelian. Wonderful color. Graduated smooth rondelles. This is an 18-inch strand without the lobster claw and chain. And look at that vibrant color in that carnelian. Super beautiful. One strand only available. Special price down from 105 to 85. And this one is about, it graduates from about 7 millimeters up to, let's see, this is about the biggest one, up to about 12. And that's GHJ 7. This is really such a pretty, pretty strand. Lovely carnelian. Very rich. Rich color. Really nice quality stones. Not tons of inclusions in there. Leslie says, I haven't touched polymer clay in about 20 years. Yeah, Andrew's getting really back into it, especially with the shows we do. And let's see here. This is $10. Only one of these left as well. This is a vintage check glass strand in this weird shape. Let me try and show you. In this red. Very strange, but I love it. And it's such a juicy red too. Look at that. How juicy. Let me change my screen color. Here we go. Isn't that nice? And that is GHJ8. UFO shape, says Anne. Yeah, right? Kind of is. Kind of cool. These are normally 18. Bring them down to 15 for you all. These are pyrite. Pyrite microfaceted rounds. Look at those little babies. Not something you see very often, I feel like. So if you like this, if you like metallic spacers, these are a great option. Oh, they look good on my screen. They are about 2 millimeters, 2.5 millimeters. And the strands are usually about 13. Yeah, these are about 13-inch strands of pyrite, microfaceted rounds. Look at them sparkling. Wow. I don't know if you're seeing that on your screen or not, but they are sparkly. And that's GHJ 9, $15 a strand. I didn't write how many strands I have. I have, keep getting caught up on each other. 5 strands available. 5 strands available. All right, let's put some of these away. I'm going to put the Awahi Opal away. That's that one. Going to put the Smoky Quartz away. Nobody grabbed any of those. It's really lovely Smoky Quartz. Great for spacers, great for earrings. Great for adding a second strand onto a bracelet. That's what I'm working with somebody who's coming into the store. We're working on doing a main bracelet, but then adding a second strand of like smaller beads to accent it. And I think that's something people don't think about doing very much, but it gives you kind of that layered look. And these small beads are perfect for that. Like these tourmaline, wouldn't that be really pretty alongside other stones? Those are pretty enough to be on there. We sold one of the 9s. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let me move the carnelian over. We'll move the check glass over. And we still have 4 of the pyrite. Thank you, thank you. Okay. Ooh, these are nice. Okay. These are normally only 21. I'm going to bring them down to 18, but that's super duper low. 1, 2, where do you see these? Got 7 of them available. These are black spinel. And they're black spinel squares. And these are very long strands. Oh, a black spinel. Let's see here. Let me move these down. Make sure we're down to the edge. And that's 12. They're about 17-inch strands of black spinel, cut squares. And I love these. We've had these little squares in, I think, peridot and garnet, and these are black spinel. And they are approximately 3 to 4 millimeters. 3 to 4 millimeter square cut. See if I can. There you go. So you can see what they look like. So GHJ 10, $18 a strand, 7 strands available on the black spinel. Okay, giving a really good price on this one. GHJ 11 was 95, now 75. Lapis. This is a lapis strand, simple cut lapis done on a sterling silver lobster claw and extender chain. Beautiful chunks. That one looks like a little house. Faceted lapis, simple cut, very nice quality, deep blue lapis. It's that lapis from Afghanistan. Beautiful color. One strand only available. Isn't it pretty? Isn't it? Super pretty. And was 95, now 75. Just to give you an idea, they're all different sizes here, but generally this is about 11 millimeters wide. These are nice big chunks of lapis. And at that quality for $75, that is a steal. Good deal. We're trying to get Andrew some polymer clay. So there's the deal of the night right there, probably. Or maybe it's these. These are normally 85. I'll bring this down to 65. I've got 3 of these. And these are graduated iolite faceted rounds on the sterling lobster claw and extender chain. Beautiful iolite. Really high end. These are like grade A iolite, triple A. Slightly, ever so slightly graduated. And these, whoa, go from about 4 millimeters to around 6, about 4 to 6 millimeter graduation. And I'll show you the other strands too. They are equally beautiful. Beautiful iolite. You got that nice blue purpley color on there. And I love how they can go from light to dark, all in the same bead. Beautiful strands. 3 of them available. Was 85, now 65. Let me put the carnelian away. Let me find the bag here. There's the bag for that. GHJ7. Let's look at that. Was 105, now 85. I'm gonna put these check glass away. $10 for the strand, GHJ8. How's everyone doing? Everybody got quiet. So quiet. GHJ9. Still got 4 of these available. Sold 1 of those. Thank you. $15 a strand. And we'll move these over. Jennifer says the eyelight is so sparkly. It really, truly is. It's a beautiful strand. Well, they're all beautiful. There's 3 of them, and they're all gorgeous. Can't go wrong with any of them. GHJ 13. This is vintage check glass. 1 strand of these left. GHJ 13, $4. It's kind of pinky purple and black diamond shape. Almost got that kind of shampoo effect in it. 1 strand of those, and they are about 8 by 12 millimeter beads on about an 8-inch strand. $4, GHJ 13. Who else planning to come to the make along? You've got a few people said they're planning to come. Who else is coming? Who's coming along? Who's coming along to make along? I know. Is it your viewing night, Norma? I think we know we won't see you. Let's see here. This is GHJ 14 and is it 6? 9 of these. We'll see Jennifer. Nice. That's good. Anybody else? Anybody else we're going to see? No, Kimberly said she's going to be here with us. This is GHJ 14. This is a beautiful vintage check glass twisted oval. And it's got a silver back with the blue front. Give you a little bit more flash on the blue side. And it's kind of a little twisty oval. And that's vintage check glass. These are about 12 millimeters by 10. GHJ 14, $6 a strand. Kim says, hope to be there laying out my beads right now. Good. Good. Glad you can make it. GHJ 15. GHJ 15, $7 each. 2 of them available. We've got these, the Fox and Grapes buttons, hand painted gold over that beautiful lavender with the metal shank. Vintage check glass button. Leslie says, I'm sorry, I won't be. I'm kind of booked this weekend. Oh, sorry, we'll miss you. Hopefully you can join us on another Friday for that. We do them next to last Friday of every month. Next to last Friday of every month. And this button is approximately 27 millimeters. GHJ 15. I love that little fox. It looks so cute. All right, let me put some of these away. Black spinel away, GHJ 10. $18 a strand for those long strands. 7 strands available. Put away the lapis. Norma says, yes, viewing night for me. I will miss you all. We'll miss you too. GHJ 11 was 95, 75 for tonight only on the lapis. That's going to move into the online store probably tomorrow. Taking some things to try and get in there as well while I'm doing lots in the online store. Trying to get some extra stuff up in there too. Move these down. Look at these together. Isn't that pretty together? 13 and 15. Didn't plan that, but look how nicely they go. All right. GHJ 16. $7 as well. 2 of these ones available. This is the little fox again with the grapes, but in blue and kind of like a silver pewter color. Again, this would go really well with the blue strand. $14 and $16. Let's see here. Let's do a bag of goodies. Let's see. Yeah. This is GHJ17. This is, I believe, rhodochrosite. Gotta make sure I have that right. Andrew can correct me if he's still watching. This is an old strand, a vintage strand. $70 was the price. We're taking it down to 55 for you all. And it's beautiful rhodochrosite with that gemmy goodness on there. There's still some of the matrix. I love when they mix the gemminess with the matrix. And it's such a pretty strand. Gorgeous stones. Look at that. It's kind of like we had the blue chalcedony with the matrix before. And look at these gemmy bits on there. Beautiful strand. The beads on those generally about 15 millimeters wide. And this is a 16-inch strand. And that is GHJ 17. Let's see, we've sold 13. Thank you so much. I will put that one away since that's the only one of those. Oops, somebody just tried to grab 13 again, but it is sold. All right, somebody's asking how they claim. So claim, yep, you did it right if you sent that email. But you missed out on 13, but you got 15. So in order to claim, you take down the lot number, send that to us in an email at info@allegorygallery.com. We will send you an invoice at the end of the night for anything that you've gotten via Square. And then if you'd like us to ship right away, you can let us know. Please also send us your shipping address if you're claiming anything so that we have your shipping address. And we will send you the invoice. Once you pay, we can either ship things out right away, or if you would like to combine orders, because we do this every night. If you'd like to combine orders for a little while to save yourself on shipping, you can do that. Otherwise, it's generally about a flat $6 shipping charge per order. And if you have any other questions, feel free to send an email or ask in the comments. HJ18. If you do, as it says, if you do send an email and you get it, you are promising to take it. And like I said, we'll send you an invoice at the end of the show. I think that's easy, hopefully. Let's see here. This is normally a $90 strand. And I will cut it way back. $65. $65. This is a beautiful big strand of smoky quartz. High grade, gem quality smoky quartz. graduated faceted rondelles. Look at the quality of that. Done on a sterling silver chain in lobster claw. And these are, oops, graduated from about 8 millimeters to about 14, 8 to 14 millimeters. This is a very luxurious strand of smoky quartz. Was $90, bringing it way down, 65. Got one of these left only. And again, these are generally always at least 16, sometimes 18-inch strands. Let me check this one. That's a 16-inch strand, not including the chain, the extender chain. Beautiful stones. One strand available. GHJ 18. Yummy is right. Don't eat the beads. Don't eat the beads, y'all. Don't eat the beads. All right, I'm going to put away the iolite. The iolite would go very pretty, by the way, with these as well. Look at that combo. Because they've got that kind of purpley color. Ooh, I like that. Let me put that away. And I'm going to put this one away. And we apparently cut out connection and came back. I think we're back. Oh, I don't know. Let's see here. Let me put away. I've still got one of these buttons left. The fox and the grapes. And we've got one of the blue. We've got two of the blue ones left. Vintage check glass buttons from our vintage check glass buyout that we did a little while ago. Move these down. GHJ 19. Let's see, what did I do? Those at 20. I'll do these at 20 as well. This is another strand of the Korean lampwork, the vintage Korean lampwork glass, in a different design. These are the same kind of flowers around the center, but all the same color and a more bulbous bead. Oh, we've just sold 18, the smoky quartz. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. These are the Korean lampwork glass. These ones are about 12 millimeters by 14, no, 13. And they're all kind of the same color instead of the other ones we had earlier, which were thinner tubes and there were different colors. So that's GHJ 19. I'm going to put the smoky quartz away. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, let's move these down. running out of room. Maybe it's over. I really need to clean my desk one of these days. Anybody else feel that pain too? Need to clean your desk one of these days? I think we're probably all, a lot of us anyway, in that same predicament, right? Tell me I'm not alone. Let's see here. Oh, I love these. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 6 strands of these. We'll do them at $6 a strand. Do a nice low price on these. Let me pull these from there, Hank. They're going to be a little bit messy. Tie them together. Ooh, don't go. Almost dropped that one. Beads all over the floor is not what I want for tonight. Okay. HJ20. These are a vintage check strand. Leslie says, no, you are not alone. LOL. I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Look at these. These kind of call them like a bionic blue, right? Look at that. Flashy metallic blue, multifaceted. They're faceted on that side, and then they're faceted in like the diamond pattern on the edges. I love these. These are vintage check glass. And the beads are about 7 to 8 millimeters by about 9. I'm trying to be very precise here. About 8-inch strand. There are 6 strands available. Kim says, cleaning my beading desk was the one January challenge I really regret I didn't get to. I know, right? I know. That's for sure. I didn't get to it either. I have too many desks for one. I have like 3 different desks I work at. I didn't get to any of them, which is, a thing. Super lush, says Leslie. Those are super lush, right? We've sold one of them so far. We've got 5 of them still available. Thank you for grabbing them. GHJ21. Yeah, yeah, that's the January challenge I would have really liked to do myself too. For sure. Let's see here. I've got 1, 2, 3 of these only. 3 of these. Pull these apart, tie them up. Going anywhere. Oh no. Oh, that string got cut way short. Okay, I'm going to do my best here, y'all. Oh, pressure's on. Okay, there we go. Snip that tail end off there. All right. These, I think, would go really well with the eyelight and really well with the buttons that I had earlier. These are a vintage check glass kind of snail pattern in this kind. It's really an eyelight kind of color. Let me show you. I think we had one of these buttons left, or if you already grabbed that button, like look at how beautiful that is. It's got not only the purple, but it's got that gold. It goes so well with that button. That button was GHJ15, if you're wondering. But also, let's go back a little further to the iolite and play around. Because the iolite went with that button really nicely. Also would blend with this really well. Like, look at that combo, y'all. Because this has kind of a blue core. Like, I feel like the glass has blue in it, and then they put a purple. I don't know. But look at that. Look at that all together. Is that not beautiful? You've got that iolite, which I feel like as a stone, it's harder to get now. You don't see it as often, at least not at that quality. And then you got a vintage check button with the vintage check glass. That gold wash. Beautiful. And remember, when we sell these, we sell them at a price that they're not a finished necklace necessarily. They just come like this. But if you do take these apart, which most people do when they're buying these from us, keep these because these are sterling. You can see that there's the 925 right there on the right there. 925. So those are sterling. Good eye, Williams, to Jennifer. See, who knew? Who knew? I didn't plan this. I think subconsciously sometimes I pull the same color and patterns, but I did not plan that. It just, when I saw this and remembered the button and remembered the iolite, I think that would be a really nice combination for somebody to do. We sold 2 more of these, so we're down to 3 of those left only. And I love the shape of these. I didn't give you the size. These are about 14 millimeters, and these are long strands at 12-inch strands. 12-inch strands for only $12. Very good price on them. But hey, maybe you don't like that color. Maybe you like snails, but you don't like that color. So, I've got something else for you here. Let me also take off one of these off the strand. And show you. Whoa, no, 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 no. Do you ever hold your breath when you do this? I'm tying these strands together so they don't fall off the end, and I'm like holding my breath while I'm tying them. Breathe, William, breathe. All right. Shade 22. We've got them in blue. Excuse me. Hello lens is spirals. Yeah, snails, spirals, whatever you want to call them. Got them in blue, which maybe we'll go with the blue button. Let's check. Let's take a look. No one grabbed any of the blue buttons. But look at that. Look at that, y'all. So you could have those with the blue button and these ones with the purple. I promise I did not plan this. But look at that. See that? So the buttons are 15 and 16. GHJ 15 and 16 if you're interested in those buttons. 21 and 22 for the strands. Buttons are $7 each, strands are $12 each. I was in apparently a purpley blue mood here today, which I didn't realize. GHJ 23. I love this shape. I don't know what this shape is called. Let me get one of these off of here. This is an old vintage check glass shape. We've had these in various colors before. I made earrings out of some of these that were in like a yellow color. These are the bright blues. And I have 4 strands of these available. I'll do these at $6 a strand as well. If anybody knows what this shape is called, let me know. But it looks like this. And you get the strand of them. They are approximately 27 by 8 millimeters. 27 by 8 millimeters. There are 8 beads on a strand. And they're super cool. They look like an old bottle or something. I don't know. Like Imam beads, says Len. Yeah, they're super cool. I love them. Very odd. If you like the odd shape stuff, that's one of the odder shapes we've come across, I think, in check glass. We've seen a lot, but that's, yeah, I don't see that one very often. GHJ 23. All right, let me put these away. It's the rhodochrosite. Beautiful stones. Down from 70 to 55 for that strand. Really nice strand. So I'm getting out of order here. Everything's falling around, running out of room. Let's move 19 off the board. Was 24, now 20. I'm going to move 20 off of there too. We still have 3 of these left. Really cool, flashy beads. Vintage check glass, $6 a strand. Anyone who hadn't had dinner yet figured out what they're making? Anybody? Anybody got anything to share? Oh boy. GHJ 24. These are garnets. Len says, making Muslim prayer beads for the neighbors. Those would be perfect. Nice. Beautiful garnets. Really nice quality garnets. Again, these are done on sterling silver, lobster claw, and extender chain. Really high quality stones, graduated smooth rondelles. Good night, Leslie. Thanks for joining us. And these graduate from You start pretty small at about 3 millimeters up to about 5 millimeters. Beautiful, really high quality garnets. Was 60 for the strand, now 45. Look at those. Juicy, juicy garnets. 16-inch strand. GHJ 24. I like these buttons. $8 each. 2 of these available. These are a vintage check glass button as well. This is like spring garden, I feel like, with a clock. Vintage check glass button from 1999. Beautiful. I feel like if you're doing spring stuff, like a spring bracelet, it's time for spring. It just reminds me of like a spring clock, covered with the flowers. And I think it'd be nice as a closure for a bracelet. You're doing a nice spring bracelet. Jennifer says, how would those garnets look with the carnelians? Let's take a look. You can always take a look. Let me find the carnelians again. How back were they? Pretty far back. GHJ 7. What does everybody think? Pretty nice combo, right? Good eye, Jennifer. Bring out those beautiful colors together. It's GHJ 24 and GHJ 7. Really high quality stones in both. You've got some amber. I could see mixing with some amber. That'd be really pretty. What do y'all think of that? Like that? I like that. Yummy, says Jennifer, right? It is. Very much so. Very much yummy. And 1 strand of each available. So grab them if you like them. Let's see here. GHJ 26. These are fun. Let's see here. We've got how many strands of these? We've got 4 strands of these. We get them apart here. Let's do 10 of these. Come on. There we go. Tie these together. How's everybody doing out there? Everybody's so busy. What's everybody working on tonight? You got any projects you're working on? This is GHJ26. And these are mixed strands of vintage check. Get a little bit of everything in the blue range on there. Nice long strands too. These are 16-inch strands for only $10. I've got 4 strands of these available. Somebody at one point put together these beautiful mixed strands. These are vintage. All these beautiful, you get shells in there. You've got the flowers, got some cubes. I love these ones with the black going through them as well. Just a little bit of everything. And they are $10 a strand. GHJ 26. All right, let me put away, over there. Put away these. GHJ 21. GHJ 22 are these ones. GHJ 23 are those. Let me move these over. 25, 26. These are $7 each. We got some more buttons coming up for you. $7 each. And there are 2 of them available. These are these lion buttons. Lion buttons in blue and yellow with a glass shank. Love these. Pressed glass button, vintage check glass. That is about 27 millimeters. GHJ 27. Oops. If I could write GHJ 28. GHJ 28. These are check glass kitty cat button in gray. Kitty cat butt. Glass shank on the back. GHJ 28. Anybody got any gray cats? I know some of you do. It's just a cute cat button. And this one's a little bit smaller at about 23 millimeters. GHJ 28, super cute cat. GHJ 29, almost finished here. We've got this bumblebee in white and gold with the metal shank. GHJ 29. Vintage check glass bumblebee button. I feel like that's not one you see very often. It's a little cute thing. And that's about 20 millimeters by 23 millimeters. And the last one tonight. $4. GHJ, let me move it over here. 30 is the mushroom friend in purple, but no hand painted design on it. Just the pressed glass mushroom friend button, smaller size in purple. This would have went really well also with the eye light and those purple shells or swirls that we had earlier. Glass shank. Kimberly says bugs. Yes, we've got bugs, a few bugs, just one bug. That cat's going to eat that bug. And then don't eat the bumblebees. I have to protect our cats when they're out too. They always like to chase the bugs, and sometimes they go after the wrong bugs. Thankfully, no one's ever gotten stung. This is GHA 30. This is even smaller at about 18 millimeters. GHJ 30. And that, my friends, is the show for tonight. If you're still here, thank you for hanging out with me. And if you have any questions, send us an email. Kimberly says, I think I just used my mushroom button on a bracelet. Nice. You've probably got more than one mushroom button by now, right? Surely. I don't know. I know you like the bugs. I don't know how many of the mushrooms you've gotten. But if you have any questions, send us an email. And thank you for hanging out. I've enjoyed this. Remember, my dishes will be coming out tomorrow with Andrew's latest art drop at 7 p.m. Eastern Time in our online store. So if you saw something you liked from Andrew this week that he's been previewing, or any of the dishes that I previewed today, you can get them tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and at allegorygallery.com. All right. And also then at 7:30, we are hanging out. Sorry, we are hanging out for our creative make-along, 7:30 to about 9:30 tomorrow night. So get your projects ready, get your pajamas on, get your ice cream or your frozen yogurt or your sorbet. We're going to have dessert night, frozen dessert night of some sort. So hang out with us and eat and make some stuff. And we hope to see you then. The Zoom link is on our blog. It's also, I believe there should be an event on Facebook. Which is a good question. Hopefully I did an event. I think I did an event for all of them. So there should be an event with the event link hopefully in there. But if not, you can go to our blog at allegorygallery.com and find the Creative Make Along for 2026 post. I think it's the next to last post right now. And grab the Zoom link there. It's always there. It's always the same link. So if you've gotten, if you've had the link from before, you can reuse the link. All right. Thank you all so very much for hanging out. Thank you for all of your support. Again, the stuff tonight, we're looking to try and get Andrew some more polymer clay. It's not that cheap right now. This is nothing is, but we'd like to be able to keep him making things. So we appreciate all of your support, and we will see you hopefully tomorrow. Kimberly says, I have my ice cream in my freezer. Had to get coffee ice cream. Nice. I don't have any ice cream yet, so hopefully I'll grab some tomorrow on the way home. But thank you all for hanging out, and we'll see you back here. Maybe during the day tomorrow, I might do a live sale. If not, we'll see you on the Creative Make Along tomorrow night. All right. And if not there, then we'll see you on the D Stash on Sunday night or the next live on Monday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got a lot going on all the time, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with us. Have an amazing, amazing weekend if we don't see you tomorrow.